All right, everybody. Very warm welcome to today's Lightning in a Bottle. In a social situation, it's usually a little uncomfortable to just be quiet, just be silent. But in this situation, can we be comfortable just being, not feeling compelled to have to say something, do something? Or if there is such a compulsion, to notice it. How nice it is to put that down. One of the ways we know someone is a really close friend is that the silences are also comfortable, isn't it? There's this notion of how can I add value? How can I add value? Like, how can I right now add value through this lightning in a bottle session? How can I add value? Well, do we need to add value? Does anything need to be added actually? Who are you without the pressure to add value in every situation? How can I add value? How can I add value? How can you assume it's not already valuable? It's not already full. So when I give myself permission to do whatever I do with no pressure to add value, with no pressure to make a difference, with no pressure to have people come and tell me, wow, I had a lot of takeaways, a lot of takeaways. Why should they take anything away? In order to have a full experience, don't we have to be quite empty? Like right now, in order to, in order for you to hear what I'm saying, don't you have to be quite empty of other thoughts, other memories? Otherwise, you can't really hear what I'm saying, right? In order to really taste what you're tasting, don't you have to be quite present, which means quite empty of all other thoughts? So the best moments of our life are the ones when we are fully present, fully open, fully in touch with what's happening. Right there, no resistance, no holding back, seamless, merging, no this and that, giving ourselves fully, receiving fully. Isn't that so? And doesn't that require being quite empty? Doesn't that require being empty of all other preoccupations, comparisons, thoughts? So then, why is it important to add value? Why is it important to make a difference? To why is it important to have a takeaway from something? What if it's less about what you can take away and more about what you can put down, drop away? Drop away more than take away. बस एक काम करो, खुद को खाली करो. Just do one thing. Empty yourself. Only when you empty yourself can you really receive what's already here. Can you really notice what's already valuable? Can you be fulfilled, fully filled? What's the feeling of your hands resting on your thighs or on the table? What's the feeling of clothes touching the skin? What's the feeling of lower lip touching upper lip? What's the feeling of eyes blinking? What's the feeling of that refreshing in breath? And the doubt you have, the uncertainty you have, that nagging worry, what's that like? What's the taste of that? Fully feeling what's happening now without holding back. When we are fully feeling, then there is no one left to resist against it, be impacted by it. Fully feeling is very healing. Reading about this author, uh, Raphael Kushner, I think his name is. And he talked about how he got a message from his wife while he was at work saying, please come home urgently. She doesn't know what's happened. She's not giving any more explanation. He rushes home. What's happened? And she meets him at home and says, I'm in love with someone else and I can't stop. And his whole world comes crashing down. So it's completely out of the blue, completely unexpected. And she wants a divorce. And he's like completely taken by surprise. What is this about? What is this about? What have I even done? Why is she doing this? So he's quite shattered and going through all kinds of emotion, anger, grief, fear, blame, everything. And he asks a friend of his who studied Zen for many years. So he asks his friend and says, what can I do? What do you recommend? You've been meditating for many years. What do you recommend I do? So he says, don't try to change what you're feeling. Don't try to change what I'm feeling. Come on, I'm going through hell over here. Don't try to change what I'm feeling. The worst advice in the world. But it's not like anything else is helping. Nothing else is helping. Nothing else is helping. So actually, the most counterintuitive advice, don't try to change what you're feeling, turns out to be the most real, practical advice. And he comes up with these two questions for himself. The first question is, what is happening now? And the second question, can I be with it? Can I be with it? What is happening now? Can I be with it? So, what is happening now? My heart is feeling crushed. Can I be with it? And maybe the answer is no, I can't be with it. It's too much. It's too much. I can't handle it. It's too much. I can't handle it. It's too much. Can I be with it? Maybe the answer is still no. But at least you can see that there's always the option. You're noticing your resistance so clearly. What is happening now? So those two questions took him through his entire process. And even though it was difficult, it was something he learned from, something he recovered from. So I want to offer these two questions to you. What is happening now? Can you be with it? What is happening now? You describe what's happening around you, inside you, whatever. What's happening now? At a mental level, emotional level, physical level, any level. What's happening now? Can you be with it? Maybe the answer is no, I can't be with it. It's too much. Maybe the answer is I can be with it. It doesn't even matter what the answer is. But can you be with it? What's happening now? Can I be with it? Fully feeling our feelings is very healing. In order to fully feel what you're feeling, you've got to empty yourself of assumptions, presumptions, comparisons, judgments, preferences. Otherwise, you can't feel. Otherwise, you're lost in a cognitive cloud, some idea of how things should be. And this is what heals. This is what heals. The way out is through. The way out is through. बस एक काम करो, खुद को खाली करो. बस एक काम करो, खुद को खाली करो. Just do one thing. Empty yourself. Empty yourself. Don't look for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Next thing to read, next thing to do, next thing to learn, next way to make a difference, next way to add value, next way to get a takeaway, a tool. Ultimately, you'll have to drop all these takeaways, all these tools, all this knowledge, and have to be innocent once again, empty once again, naked once again. So travel light. Keep it simple. Thank you for joining today. Lovely, everybody. Highest in me, bows to the highest in you. More important than what you can take away from these sessions is what drops away, drops away.